Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 6 with me, False Symmetry. Today we're at our base, but not for very long. We're in fact leaving it. Goodbye base. Catch you later. We really need to get on with work over here. Oh my goodness, hi zombie, what are you doing over there, man? What on earth are you doing? So today I have a little task to do. I need to head over to my shops in the shopping district because last night I actually AFK'd over at my my squid farm. You can see I've got an extra dye shulker box on me, and of course that is filled to the brim with ink sacks. I actually got a whole another shulker box full as well, but I'm leaving that in my base for when I need it because, I mean, I seem to get through this quite a lot myself as well. But anyway, let's at least sort of fill up the top row of each of these chests if we can. People have been buying me out of ink like a ridiculous amount recently, so I think we're doing pretty well, which is why I was super sure that we needed to restock. So that looks like that. Okay, we'll put the rest in there. They should all be stacks as well. 2 diamonds per stack is still, I think, a reasonable price because I mean, I think I filled up just under a double chest of ink. So yeah, like that's one overnight, and to be honest, most American peeps log on at that sort of time, and therefore it sort of stunts the amount of actual ink I get. I think I need pretty much no one on the server, or at least no one near an ocean, so if they're in the Nether or the End or something, it's completely fine, but if they're in the Overworld, which most people obviously are, then it does basically stop the ink from working. But it does work fantastic when no one's on. Anyway, we have also needed to do a little bit of a restock here by the looks. We have one lonely pufferfish, I believe. Scar did this. I saw a clip earlier today. Ow! I'm not Scar, okay? You don't need to try and kill me. Yeah, let's just say I've heard that and seen that Scar may or may not have had a little accident in there trying to gather up the pufferfish. The idea with this is that you do not want to get inside the tank. You need to sort of wait. I get saying that. Yeah, you need to wait for the fish to get up, don't you? Hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about the height of this. Yeah, maybe we need to think about that. But they also seem to just float up and attack you occasionally. Anyway, I'll go get some buckets of pufferfish, put them in there, and then we will get on with today's episode, because we're in fact going to be working at a district nearby, just over there. May have had a bit of an accident. Hello? Oh. I'm sorry, pufferfish. I literally was getting the pufferfish out of here. I've got them in shulker boxes in here, some fish. Put that down, grabbed 4 pufferfish out, because that's how many we sold. And of course, I right-clicked on the chest, the water was placed, a pufferfish did not appear, so I literally ran through here in case it had gone through the chest, and it just happened to be on the floor. I didn't see or hear the pufferfish at all. It seemed to maybe just suffocate. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Well, you're gonna have to sit in there. I'm sorry, dude. Let's hope we just don't do that with another one. That's just not going to be a good idea, is it? And that's the wrong shulker. Right. Let's go with what we need to do today. Okay, well, I need to sleep, so we might as well head on over here and hope that I put a bed down. Where are we? We're here. I think we did put a yellow one down. Yes, there it is. Right, let's have a nap here before things spawn, because this is the area we're building in today, guys. Yes, the medieval district. The first time, I think, this season, I have built in the medieval district. Granted, there are other districts I haven't built in, like I haven't done futuristic, haven't done modern, and stuff like that. I'm sure there's probably some other districts somewhere that I've forgotten. No, I think I've done all the rest, right? Fantasy, oh, industrial. Haven't been there either, but I do have plans to build something, no matter how small, no matter how big, in each district at some point this season, because otherwise it sort of ruins the point of the fact that we've got loads of districts and we could just build whatever we like. And I was super inspired today, as you can probably tell by my enthusiasm today. I'm super hyped up about building a house. I wanted to build a house, and I planned this out in my live stream. I just, built a square, planned out exactly the shape and size of it, and I think just it's going to look quite nice in this group of houses here, because sort of what's happened is we've ended up with a new line along here. Now, this is a new border for the shopping district. Basically, shops can be built in this area now, which is great. I think it might be a little bit big at this point because we have the mall, and obviously, I guess Sahara's sort of built over there. So the shopping district is huge. So I don't know how much it's necessary that we need all of this room, but I have had an idea that what we could do at this border is build a big wall around the medieval district at some point. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the description or comments down below even. Because I think that a big wall around the medieval could be cool, because it currently looks like a bit of a village. But that seems to be what's going on. And I have sort of had an idea about building a giant cathedral right here. There's a big space that hasn't been claimed by anything. There is this, which I think is just a rough border, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, literally that can go all the way up to like the railway, I guess. But how cool would it be for there to be a big giant abbey or big giant cathedral here, and then of course the village around it? I might even sort of work on some sort of archery range or something. I mean, the other Hamlets are more than welcome to build these things also. But yeah, why not try and make it into a bit of a cohesive town? Because I feel like medieval sort of needs that a little bit. Like when I think of medieval, I think of a town. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, any suggestions are more than welcome. Same for any other district as well. I have been writing myself lists of things to build in district. Anyway, so right now, I want to start building this thing up, and we are probably gonna... Oh, where do I want the doorway? That's the question. Could have had it there connected to that path, but I kind of like the idea that the doorway's down here. No, you know what, let's have the doorway facing the stables into this path here. There we go. So door here, big giant door, and basically everything else is going to be built up. So yeah, let me build up the first layer. It's going to look something like this, basically. And there's going to be like a window, something like that. I'm going to fiddle around with it, and yeah, the first layer always seems to be quite boring. So then hopefully we'll bring in some more of the browns, because yeah, this currently looks like it doesn't go with the surrounding builds, but it will do. Trust me on that one. Okay, that's not looking too bad, but of course we need to start building that up. I think before I do that, I'm going to fill it in a little bit with some spruce. I've just gone to fill up another shulker box full of materials. I completely forgot like things like leaves or stone, or I think I'm going to do a red roof on this, so I think I'm going to do a mix of red concrete and also the terracotta, I think. But yeah, we want to add some windows, and I'm thinking we want to try and make this thing as like 3D as possible. We want to sort of bring it out. You see how like the wall is behind the sort of framework? Where yeah, we want to sort of keep that design going throughout. I think that's very key when it comes to building medieval, or at least that's the one thing I always try to do. But I do sort of worry that like because I've got a red roof, I'm not sure it's going to go with the rest. The rest have spruce roofs. I'm a little bit worried that it's going to really stand out and look like a sore thumb, but I don't know. We'll build it anyway, and basically, you know, if it does look out of place, we either need to build more houses in between with perhaps the red roofs, or bring in a little bit of red to the area in some form. I am actually thinking of building a market, and that would have red perhaps in the sort of the wool like roofs of the stalls of the market. I don't really know. Anyway, let me get on with this. I obviously need to have a nap as well. Oh no, this girl's taking one for me. Perfect! I don't even need to stop what I'm doing. Sweet. So yeah, let me finish this bit off, and then we're going to work our way up again. So now comes the fun part. I've been looking forward to this part for a while, because I want to use a different material than I've ever used before. That is the wrong type of thing. We want the spruce... Wait, why does that say spruce wood? That's a lie. We don't want spruce, we want dark oak. Yeah, these dark oaks. There we go. Those ones. Perfect. Okay, apparently I didn't make them into blocks. Yeah, there we go. So we don't want them like that, so that we can sort of just not have to worry about the ends of the yeah, we don't want to, yeah. I don't think any of these actually show the ends, actually, saying that. Maybe those there. Also, I think that one doesn't have an interior or something, so we might have to do a little bit of work on that one as well. Actually, saying that, it doesn't have a door either. We might want to give that a door. I think that's a Wells Night one, and of course he's not on the server right now, so Yeah, I might just like, at least put a door, at least put a door on it. Maybe a zombie sort of broke in one day, or one night, I guess. It was just like, I want a home. That one's empty. Let's go in there. I guess zombies don't really need much furniture, do they? Anyway, so I'm going to do this little thing around the whole thing. And then where I've put these vertical ones, this is where it's going to go up and sort of create the similar framework as down there, but up one. So in this bit here as well, I think I'm going to move this forward. Now, I don't know what the front of this place is going to look like yet, so we'll just put little blocks there for now. But I'm thinking I'm going to bring this forward here. In fact, wait a second. If that's 3 there, where did I go with that, actually? Okay, 3 there. Is that enough? I feel like I'm missing... Oh, you know what? I've just realised I've built this wrong. It needs to be 1 out on the corners because... Yeah, okay, yeah, so what I've done wrong here is quite a big boo-boo actually, because I'm going to have to move this wall and then the back wall and then the other side wall. This front wall can stay, but yeah, it's meant to be like this. It was meant to be like this. So I've done a boo-boo and completely given myself the task of taking what I've done down. Actually saying that, it's good that I've got to that now before I built anything else. But yeah, this means... Actually, this means it might be bigger in here. Okay, that's not even a bad idea. Okay, cool. Right, well, having to move 3 walls turned into having to move the whole... I literally had to take the whole thing down. So I'm a little bit less enthusiastic about this project right now as I was at the start. But you know what? It's okay. I just chucked some music on, just got on with it. Didn't take as long as I thought it would. It's all good. It just took a long while to remove the blocks, and I didn't fancy bringing a beacon over here just to remove half a house. Anyway, as you can see, we've got the framework of the second half going. I'm digging it. It's looking good. And also, this is sort of where the roof's going to start. And I decided to add like an A-frame. We want this sort of to look a little bit... It's actually it's a tiny little bit perhaps fantasy, but I think medieval is fantasy, right? Like it can be a little bit fantasy. So the roof's going to look very sort of a little bit like that roof, but with red instead, perhaps. Right, is this gone to sleep? Actually, let me sleep actually, because I don't need I don't need phantoms attacking me tonight if I can help it. But yeah, so I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to get up to the second layer that we've just made, and we're going to start building out of mushroom blocks. Now, I believe I have to be quite careful with these. I think if you put one down and then you put a block next to it, whether or not that's the same block or not, you end up with this, which is obviously a problem. But I can... Oh no, it seems like I can actually just pick it back up again if it gets ruined. Okay, cool. Well, that's quite nice, actually. That's not quite what I expected, which is sweet. Okay, so now I think what I'm going to do is just fill this up here with these first. So that's going to be like that, same as this side. And then the one in the middle should look a little bit nicer because it's going to be sort of pushed back. So I think this one here... Actually, where is this one going to go? That's actually... Oh, have I run out of stone... Run out of stone brick again, of course. I keep running out of blocks. I apparently did not bring anywhere near enough for this project, which is really not helpful. I usually bring too many. This one, I just haven't bought enough. Yeah, so this one here, this is where we need to be a little bit careful. Although, maybe not so much. So, you see that? We've got a window. I'm thinking, what if... Oh, that didn't work. Maybe like that. If we pick up these, right? What if on the, like, we're going to use panes. What about like that as like the inside of the window? I like that. Adds a little bit of just texture, you know? Yeah, adds a bit, it brings in a sort of lighter tone. Yeah, I like that a lot. And I'm thinking we're going to have to make some sort of struts or something here. Some sort of like Tudor-like, I forget what they're called. Let's see if we can quickly make some. Something where it's going to like be like there. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do this, am I? Okay, we're going to have to do that real quick. Like this. And then let's do another one like here. Oh, but I haven't got enough room. I'm using slabs literally as scaffolding today. That's how bad I am with the stuff I've got ready for today. Yeah, I think if I make that vertical, that might look quite nice. That's just going to feel a little bit, because I think that otherwise the roof's going to feel too heavy. So yeah, let me do this, and we can always remove it later if we don't like it. It's a nice little easy thing to add though. Perfect. This place is looking good. Now it's the roof. Woo! Oh man, I'm a little bit terrified of doing the roof. I think the roof is going to be one of the hardest parts to do. Right, what I'm going to do is do it all out of red terracotta first, and then I'm probably going to add the concrete powder later if we like how it looks. I need to get this correct first, and concrete powder of course has gravity against it, so basically, yeah, it means that that will go absolutely everywhere. So you can see here, if I follow the lines of this is where the roof is. So this is what that sort of frame meant. And then we sort of just copy that all the way down. And basically it's an A-framed roof with just this little bit on the front. So let me figure out where these bits start, and then, actually no, let's start down here probably. Might be a little bit easier. I say easier, it's weird. It sort of starts like here. And then I'm going to need a little bit of dark oak as well. Right, is that going to go into there? I need some, like, I need some stone brick as well. I'm using stone brick as, like, placeholders for if I need to put a block against it. How's that going to look? I think that red's real nice. Is that red going to look really, like, stand out-ish? Actually, a little bit. Oh, this place is darker than I thought it was. It's weird because when I was looking at what woods to use, I was looking at these two, and then of course I built this thing over here with the lighter wood houses. I mean, if it looks completely out of place, maybe we can add a little bit of dark to these perhaps. It wouldn't really change it a lot, would it? Or even add much more dark houses around. I don't really know. Anyway, that looks like that. And then this one goes to here, and then this one goes to here. And we need to, I think, if I can I place in there? I think I can. Perfect. Okay, something like that. And then, oh man, this is a bit, this is a bit complicated. Okay, I think, guys, it's time for a time lapse. Enjoy, and fingers crossed this goes to plan. It is time for details. This thing is quite tall, I'll be honest, but I think once you put some trees around it, once we've got some details on there, it won't look as weird. I've just realised there is obviously something wrong here with this. I think it's meant to be those, although I might even add some like grass or something along there. We could have some sort of plants, or even, I'm trying to make this overgrown and sort of abandoned as a place, because I don't really fancy doing an interior, or at least not yet. So for now, I think I'm going to do something like that, which I've done previously in builds, where I've just used like a dirty, dusty, like stained glass, and just use some, oh my goodness, I missed that level. Just use some signs to make it look like it's sort of, been sort of boarded up, right? You board things up. If there's holes in the windows, you sometimes board them up, and I think that's what we want to do here. I'm also thinking I'm going to use paintings behind them, which if you have never used paintings behind windows that you don't necessarily want people looking in, it's a really good way of boarding things up. Let me show you. I've got some paintings in here, I think. Yes, so I'm actually probably going to try and make them the smaller paintings. I mean, actually saying that, it's not, you're not going to be able to see in here. Okay. So let's just put paintings behind these windows. Oh my goodness, that one worked. So in here is probably going to be, that's why I've got a slab floor. It's going to just be non-spawnable, closed in. No one's going to look in here. So it doesn't matter what it looks like inside. But what it does look like is that, hopefully, from the other side, the windows are boarded up. Because if you think about it, with panes of glass, if you put a block behind it, like a plank of wood or something, the glass will connect to it. Whereas this way, you get the same texture of a plank, but you basically don't get any spawnable issues. So you see that? It looks like it's sort of boarded up, right? But still gives the effect of windows. I love that. I love that. I think it's great. Don't know about doing that too much, but yeah, I really like it. I think it looks great. There you go. Right, I do need to add other details, but let me do the windows first, get all those done, and then we'll decide to add some leaves, some webs. A door would be good as well. I haven't done the door yet. Keep forgetting about that. But yeah, let me do the glass first, signs, paintings, and then we'll get on with the other stuff, which is probably a little bit more riveting than me just placing glass over and over again. Leaves and cobwebs have been added. It's starting to look a little bit more alive, even though that's sort of not what I want to do. Of course it's night again. Dang it, let me sleep real quick. Okay, so yeah, let's do the door right now, because otherwise you can just see inside all of the mess. Trapdoors is what I want. So I've come up with this door design that is sort of, I think, is pretty cool. I don't know if I want the door there, though, or if I want it... Nope. Here. I think there's a good spot. And then we're going to make it look like a bigger door, which is quite difficult. But if I place these like this, you'll see what I'm going with. And hopefully this will look cool. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, but oh, I thought I had them all exactly in the right space. There you go. So it still looks as a door, but it also looks like a bigger door. Right, let's get rid of you and you and you. Yeah. I mean, it sort of merges in with the walls either side, but I think it looks pretty good. We also need to actually, have I got over some fences? I think I did. Maybe not. Maybe we'll have to make some then. Okay, fair enough. Right, some dark oak fences is what we want. So we're going to use some dark oak just for this little front bit here, because I've sort of left myself an area to do this, and then completely forgot to do it, of course. That, I think, looks really nice. And then I think that this bit looks a bit weird here and here. So I think what I've decided upon, you can see a little bit on the right-hand side of it. If I grab the slabs, I don't know what this is about. Oh, that's where it's scaffolding. But yeah, I think if we do something like that, that side's going to look better than that side. Yeah. Just adds a little bit of extra something, because it just looks weird that, like, this half slab's holding that whole part up a little bit, you know? So this will sort of add a little bit more of something, you know? I might even do something like that. I don't know. I feel like we just need to add little bits of detail. Now that you've got the structure going, you can sort of tweak things easier. Once you're happy with the structure of a build, you can sort of add details, add different designs and things. I don't know what to do about these little side bits, though. Like this bit. I don't know what to do there. I could have another door and have it come out sort of somewhere weird. Here, this is a creeper explosion, I'm sure, and also just terrain. And, odd terrain. That's definitely a creeper explosion, though. But, in fact, I think that might be ZF's. I don't know if I want, like, maybe a pond here, though. That could look quite cool. I don't know what's down there. We're not going to go down there. It could be dangerous. But yeah, I think if I do this all the way around, and then maybe we'll do a little bit of terrain work around. I know that there are a load of what are they called? Dark oak trees around the place and stuff. So let's do a little bit of gardening, a little bit of stuff like that. And I guess I'll bring you guys in for one final look at it. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. It just doesn't feel like it fits right in with the area at the moment. But I think we can definitely fix that with our future builds in this area, because I think now that I've built this thing, I want to build in this district more. It's so unloved, this district. No one's building in it, and yeah, I feel sad about that. So you know what? Let's do some work in the medieval district for a bit, in a few episodes here and there. Yeah, I like that. My height is still worrying though, but yeah, I think that'll be made better once we add some trees that are a little bit higher, because currently the terrain around here is just flat grass, which is not doing anything for the build. So I've been adding trees in the area, and yes, it's looking way, way, way better. There aren't enough trees at the moment. I've had to grow. Spent like half an hour growing and then planting and replanting dark oak. So I think this area, by the looks of what's done already, it's a mixture of dark oak, oak and birch. It's very sort of natural Minecraft sort of, nothing crazy sort of thing. It's just, you know, it's no good doing custom trees everywhere as well, because the areas are just so large. So I'm not even thinking about doing custom trees. I mean, you could probably fit in a few larger ones here and there if you wanted to, but basically it's not really necessary. But anyway, yeah, as you can see, I'm sort of adding some trees to this area. They can always be chopped down if they are not looking good. But yeah, just to bring the area to life a little bit again, because of course it was just so empty, and just there's actually nothing around these builds here. There's absolutely nothing. Even a tree like that, for example, looks fantastic. I don't know if that looks good overall, but it's looking quite nice. I've added the pond here and a little bit of a waterfall temporary thing that we can obviously improve on and add stuff to as we go on. And yeah, it's just feeling a little bit more like a forest sort of cottage area full of cottages, rather than everything feeling like it's just it's almost like a creative world. That's what it feels like, right? You know, in a creative world you have your builds dotted around absolutely everywhere, right? Or at least I do. It's so random And that's what this area feels like. Yeah, look at that. Okay, there you go. And it looks really nice next to this little stables that someone made as well. This guy actually, I actually found them over there as well. So he's technically someone that lives in this district. So he is going to have a lovely view of a house there now, which hopefully he appreciates that. He probably appreciated the having some more sunlight. This house pretty much blocks all light to him. For the most part, at least in the afternoon. Yeah, no light coming to him from there. It's being blocked. But yeah, guys, I'm really liking this. Again, we could probably add a few more like leaves and stuff at the front. I haven't actually done enough at the front. I think, did I run out of leaves? And that's birch, jungle, oak leaves. There you go. Yeah, let's add just a little bit extra at the front, just at the top somewhere. And I think we should be good. Yeah, up here somewhere. What's another nice thing I've added as well, which I quite like, is I've added some grass to the roofs. Oh, God. Does anyone else do that? You accidentally spleef yourself? Oh, it's always irritating. Always irritating. But yeah, something like that. Oh, we have no signs up here either. Oh, I didn't. Apparently I forgot to do the front completely. Well, we can do that right now. I'll probably add a proper path to it as well at some point, although that is quite nice. I think this is in the wrong place. That can probably go, like, over here somewhere now. Did I pick up the fence? There it is. And a torch. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I think it's looking real nice. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't stand out as much as I thought it might. It does a little bit, but kind of, this is quite dark here, that's quite dark there. Yeah. It's balancing it out. We'll have a big fat railway through the middle as well, I'm sure, at some point. Yeah, I'm really liking this, guys. Let me know if there's anything you would add yourself. Nothing I can think of. And I'm going to probably have a little bit of a wander around, see if there's anything else to do. And if not, we will wrap up the episode. I cannot think of anything else to add to this right now. I'm really liking it. I'm probably going to tweak some... I think I might actually add some cracked brick and some stone sort of to mix in with that. Make it a little less perfect, but other than that, I'm really liking it. I think it's good. But again, suggestions down below if you want anything added. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. See ya!
When Stanley approached the end of the video, he clicked the subscribe button.